Howdy everyone, it's your boy Mintley, YouTube's most skilled gamer. Welcome back to another episode of Reverse 1999, Route 77, The Haunted Highway. Last time around, we only just covered the first episode as well as I, introduced. As typical fashion, I kind of just showed you guys around the neighborhood of this new update. Today we're going to be continuing straight. No more extra fluff, going straight into the rest of the main event. And this time, unlike the first episode, this is quite fun because the first episode was basically where we get to see the newer characters, which are Argus and Barbara. Now we get to see where Vertin and Lilia enter the battlefield. I mean, it's not battlefield yet, but how they enter the story. So let's begin. THH-02 Fog descends. This is not an ideal day for drive regardless of the vehicle.
Before we left, TTT was telling me an urban myth about Texas.
Huh, sounds about right. What's the story about?
The story starts off in the typical way. A man was driving down a long Texas road when he saw a girl hitchhiking. He offered her a lift and a piece of chocolate. The man dropped the girl off at a cemetery and drove on. It was late at night, so he was hoping to reach his destination quickly. Soon after, he saw a funeral procession going down the road. The photo of the dead seemed familiar. Curiosity came over him, and he followed them to the cemetery. Look, a piece of chocolate. Give me a moment. I have to take this. It's from the Foundation.
Timekeeper, this is an emergency notice. The Xeno base in Texas, USA has conducted a large-scale evacuation. Xeno has not yet responded regarding their actions. Should you encounter any difficulties on your trip there, please contact headquarters immediately.
Understood.
Despite these developments, your mission remains the same. Contact U2 editor Barbara, who was last seen near Route 77 collecting information, and find Erd's current whereabouts through her.
Also, that's how you say
Atu.
Atu.
A special communication channel. Her current location is still
No, it's
unknown.
not Utu, it's Atu. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Damn, that's kind of getting embarrassing.
Timekeeper?
No. Thank you.
All the best, then.
What did they say?
There was a mass evacuation at the Xeno base in Texas.
What's that all about? They called me 2 days ago, saying that Red 38 was still under routine maintenance in their armament factory. But now, all of a sudden, they're gone? How am I going to get my Red 38 back now, huh? If they hadn't taken her away for inspection, we wouldn't be traveling in this little car, wasting all day on the road.
The operator only mentioned an evacuation. It's still possible that some of them have stayed behind to keep the factory running. If you're worried about Red 38, we can take a detour there. It's in Chisos. The town isn't far from here.
Hey, mister, can you take us to the cheeses? It's just a little detour.
Girls, I don't know why y'all are here, but whether it's just for a bit of adventure or for business, I gotta tell you, something ain't right in that town. We've all heard the stories. Scratching sounds on car roofs, animal bits stuck to car grills, and those people in black robes running around. It's all too weird for me.
Give the ghost stories a rest. Look, if you're trying to negotiate a higher price, at least be a little smart about it, instead of trying to spook us with a few tall tales.
You got me all wrong. Who in their right mind would throw away the cash in their hand unless they were forced to? Benjamins are good and all, but they ain't worth my life. Ain't no way I'm taking you there, no matter how much cash you throw at me.
Why? Were you the driver in that ghost story?
No.
Have you seen these things happen yourself? Come on, it's just a little detour. It won't even cost you much fuel.
Sir?
You see that? It's fogging up. Ain't no way this fog is natural. We shouldn't go any further. I'm stopping right here.
Ugh, fine. I'll drive. Swap seats with me.
No! Nobody get out of the car.
Why?
Are you kidding me? You haven't heard the stories, have you? Then what in the hell are you even doing here? When the fog rolls in on Route 77, you should always stay in the car. All kinds of terrible things hide in the fog. Some folks say they saw giant white crocodiles. Others say they saw dead bodies hanging from trees. Ain't nobody leaving this car. Not until the fog's gone. Is that?
Oh, come on! Don't tell me you're scared of this stuff.
He's fainted.
Hey, did you guys see that? They actually acknowledged Green Lake campsite. That's
I see.
hey, that's actually pretty nice. I like
This
it when
looks like
they
the
I
one
like it when they
from Venus.
acknowledge past
It's
events.
a critter commonly seen in the southern US.
Oh,
When
it's
they're
an
frightened,
it's an
they produce a
arcanist
fog-like gas from their
an
respiratory
arcanist animal. I don't know why that
sound
took
is
me
just
so
some
many
critic
tries to say
scratching
it.
along on the roof.
What about the fog? Oh, is that it? Is just
At
this
this
little
rate,
animal?
I won't get my Red 38 back for another month. Well, I always wanted to try this. Help me move this guy. And you'll have to give up your passenger seat, Capitan.
I know what you're thinking, but do you have a US driver's license? Or any driver's license at all, for that matter?
What do I need that for? I can fly a broom and even do all those maneuvers. That takes more skill than driving a car, don't you think? Ha! Compared to flying, driving a car is child's play. Just look at the number of drivers compared to pilots in the world. Now, where do we start?
So that's how they crashed in the trailer, isn't it? It's not because of any scary spooky. I mean, there's technically a scary spooky monster right now, but it's because Lilia just kind of
Here's
fucked
the
it up.
nose wheel steering, the position indicator for the joystick, the throttle lever. Ah, and these are for the flaps. No, that's not right. We're in a car, not a flying machine. Let's just get out, Capitan. Can't wrap my head around this hunk of metal.
Good decision.
If these critters are responsible for this fog, our solution is simple. We drive them away. Let's go.
Oh, that was quite ordinary. Okay. Oh, what's this? This magazine column has always been popular, but now the columnist's trail has vanished near Route 77. Barbara was the editor, and then there's also this whoever this hitchhiker is. Okay, the hitchhiker's column. I am again not going to read this. You guys can take a look. Yeah, you guys can take a look here. This is the next paragraph. Sewer legends. Okay. Oh wow, what is going on? Wow, this is long. I wonder if this will be basically this is going to be a setup for the final boss, because I have no idea who the final boss is. Okay, now next column will be returning to Texas where the series began, and then the writer just disappeared, which is why we are here. So again, it is Atu, not Utu. Okay, so they've ditched the car, and they're continuing on. So let's move on to THH-03. There's actually no dash, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. Baby broadcaster. The good news is we found a radio station. The bad news, the host hasn't learned to speak yet. Quite literally, it seems. And that baby is so screwed. Oh shit, I think I know. Hold on. Let's just play this episode.
What is it, Capitan?
Someone's casting arcane skills nearby. Do you hear that? Sounds like a crying baby.
Better go take a look. You know, a Texan soldier once told me about a notorious bandit back in his hometown many years ago. He would record the sound of a crying baby and play it outside the homes of single mothers. Then he'd wait, ready to attack them if any of them opened their door to look for the baby.
Yes, but the actions of one man don't negate all other calls for help.
Of course not. It's just a reminder to be ready for anything. We're close now. Prepare yourself.
Got it.
Vertin, over here!
Hello. Please help. Are you alright, miss? Finally, someone.
So I saw something about albino in the
Please
article we read.
help me.
Yeah, so the article between
These
the
critters
you know what,
won't let me
maybe
leave.
okay, hold on, stop.
Every time I try, they knock me back.
Alright, thanks a lot, Tuesday. Yeah, this is Tuesday, and I think we saw in the article someone talking about albino creatures, and now we're talking about an infant, a baby broadcaster. It's totally that albino crocodile that Tuesday has right here, that is probably very significant to the story and is technically a good MacGuffin. I mean, for those of you who don't know what a MacGuffin is, it's basically a very important plot device in the story. But yeah, so it's an albino crocodile, and it's a baby albino crocodile. And this whole premise is already starting to become very whack, but also very intriguing compared to Nightmare at Green Lake. Nightmare at Green Lake was a lot more, definitely leaning more into the horror slasher side. This one is a little bit of psychological horror to it.
If you hadn't come, I really don't know what I would have done. You mean these Moomus? I've never read about them attacking anyone in any reports. In fact, they're known for being rather timid.
Reports don't necessarily capture the whole story, Capitan. Look at them. They don't seem very timid to me. Careful, it's going to attack.
And this is where we step in to protect this poor woman. Tuesday. Okay, so they are all-star enemies, and thus they require leaf enemies. Wait, what the heck did they say? Unlike its elusive Loch Ness cousin. Oh, so it does have a... Oh, so the Loch Ness monster does exist. Moxie plus 1 after being attacked. Figures only once, max once per round. Oh, oops. Okay.
Join with us, comrades.
Well, too bad for them. My Marcus team will just turn them all into shrimp paste. I just realized the Udimo of Lucy is just a piston. Okay, as usual, we will always play buff army with Marcus. I wonder if you guys will ever get bored of just seeing Marcus wreck ass.
Keep up the pace.
I think I mentioned before, I'm saving my goals in case Marcus comes back in her banner. I do want to get her up to portrait too.
Don't worry.
Because I honestly believe she's just that good.
We share the same dream. I can't believe it. Tracy, wait. Was I helpful, Timekeeper?
Probably, you were.
They always run off so quickly. Are you alright? Did you get a good look at them? Those slippery little things look like seals, don't they? They always jump on passing cars and rub their flat hind legs on the roof, making that coarse, scraping sound. Amazing creatures, aren't they? These little fearmongers. But they are, in fact, easily frightened. The slightest movement could startle them. That's why it's foggy all year around here. Many of my guests have trouble finding their way to the motel. Are you ladies looking to check in at the motel?
Motel?
Yes, Tuesday's Motel. If you're looking for a comfortable bed for the night, it's the place to go. Anyway, thank you so much for saving us. I owe you one. Excuse me, are you the maid at Tuesday's Motel? Oh, I almost forgot to introduce myself. Folks around here call me Tuesday. Hey, Tuesday, over here. Hey, Tuesday, breakfast for one, please. Tuesday, Tuesday. Oh, ain't we all like horses, and our names like the rain's pulling at us. Do you need a place to stay, ladies? Thank you for your kindness. But our driver's still in the car. We can't just leave him there.
And our luggage and travel documents are still in the trunk, along with our cash too. Let's head back now that the fog has cleared.
Shall I lead the way?
You? What were you doing out here alone anyway?
I was waiting for a guest. It's been 2 hours and they still haven't shown up.
I thought, rather than waiting here, I would pay you back for helping me. I assume you parked near Route 77? Let me take you there.
That coward. He just threw out our luggage and took off. How pathetic.
At least he didn't take the luggage with him.
But imagine if he took the passports though. Wow, he's sort of
Are
dick.
you going to thumb a ride with all these bags? I'd advise against that.
Also,
Especially here. You've seen those movies, right?
oh yeah, bad things
Bad
can
things
happen. Yeah,
can
those
happen
movies.
on the road out
Hitchhikers are
here.
scary, yeah.
There are
I've never
lot of
encountered a
smugglers
hitchhiker in real life, and I
around these
honestly wouldn't know what to do other than call the police and see if the police can give them a ride because, well, I mean, yeah, it's not an emergency, but the police are public servants,
Did you
right?
say your motel wasn't far from here?
I don't know, maybe I've got a slightly
Yes.
different mindset
Come
from
this
some of you
way.
guys out there.
There's
I
an
always
easy
viewed
trail
police
that
as
won't
public
dirty your
servants.
shoes. Don't worry.
Also,
It ain't far.
how much luggage did they bring? How long did they plan to stay out here? Oh well. Yeah, I mean, we have Sonetto managing things back home, I presume.
When night falls and the signs are lit, a weary traveler may find a comfortable place to rest here. Welcome to Tuesday's Motel, ladies.
Okay, the pacing of this episode beginning is already very good. I like it a lot. Let's continue playing. To number 4. We have finally arrived at Tuesday's Motel. Okay, let's see. The haunt. Sorry, I just got cut off there. Yeah, I already like this a lot more than. They've definitely improved their writing. I'd say the pacing, setting. Tuesday is quite an intriguing character, but it's a little bit early as well to tell. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into THH04, Medal of Honor. It is from the giver that honor derives, not the receiver. Oh, so the giver matters more when you're giving someone an honor. Or I mean that explains how the phrase comes around. It's my honor to give it to you. It's my honor to present this medal. My honor to present this award. I never got a proper award. I got a cert and I never showed up at the ceremonies.
That'll be
I mean, why would I?
$25
Also, it was COVID
altogether.
that time.
Will that be on card or
Also,
cash?
$25. What the hell? That is the
That's
cheapest
cheap.
motel I've ever heard of. Also, why? Oh yeah. Remember to get a receipt for claims, Burton.
Hey, do you know if there's an armament factory in the town nearby?
An armament factory? Yes, there is one. Would you like a map? If you plan on visiting, make sure to return early. It can be a difficult walk in the dark.
Doesn't seem far from here.
It's about an hour's walk. I'd recommend leaving tomorrow morning. It's getting late. It's best not to be outside at night.
Thanks, but I'm going right now. Nothing can go wrong as long as I have Red 38 by my side.
Call me if anything happens.
Like what? I can handle myself.
Don't worry. She'll check in later.
Here's your passport.
Have you been working here since the opening of this place?
Yes.
How's business?
Not too great. It's the off-season now. You don't seem too good at small talk. Is there anything you'd like to ask?
Holy shit, Tuesday. You can't
do
say
have
that
one
out
question.
loud. Oh, Vertin. I
Have
know
you seen
Vertin
a
is shit at
sheep-headed
small talk, but you
arcanist
can't just
around?
say that. Which is pretty funny, but still. Wow, someone's actually worse than Vertin when it comes to social cues.
That's not a face you'd easily forget. And why are you looking for this arcanist?
For World of Peace, no, I'm kidding. It's just the editor of Atu. Atu, right? I think it was Atu. I need to go review the footage.
Atu. I think I've heard of that before.
Also, oh
That's
wow,
a
they're actually
magazine
fleshing out what
specially made
Atu
for
is
arcanists.
all the way in
Huh?
update 2.1.
Well,
That's pretty
I'm sorry
funny.
to say that I've never met an
But hey, better late
arcanist
than
with the
never.
head of a sheep. I can help you ask around if you...
What?
Sounds like something's going wrong upstairs. Sorry about that. Let's head up. Your room's on the second floor too. Then we can take a look at what's happened.
Sounds good.
Just so you know, the guests upstairs are a little... Well, you can stay behind me if you like.
How about it? It's just a simple room swap. I'm sure it won't be no trouble at all for a generous lady such as yourself.
That's the guest staying in room 210. She arrived here the night before yesterday. She was injured when she came in. Seems it didn't take her long to recover. But I don't quite understand why she insists on swapping rooms with the other guests. If she does the same to you, please call the front desk. I'll do my best to help.
Why didn't you offer her your help? She needs it more than I do.
Oh, things don't work like that here, miss. Everyone has their own secrets. With the variety of guests we get, it's best to keep your mouth shut, or else somebody will shut it for you. Although there are fewer bounty hunters around these days, my advice is to stay quiet if you don't want any trouble. Especially if you're dealing with an armed mercenary. You know how things like that play out down here in Texas, don't you?
Understood.
Or do you have something else in mind?
Is your room bigger and better than this one?
Oh shit, it's Isolde. Wait, no, that's not Isolde. Who's that?
That's the guest of room 218 speaking. She too is a
She
young
kind of
lady
looks like Isolde,
you.
but that's not Isolde, right?
You remember all the guests and their room numbers?
But somehow I don't
You'd
quite
remember
remember
her too. She'd been staying in your motel for a
Miss
month.
Kimberly.
Miss Kimberly's
I think
been
she's
here
just a
for
very
just
important
over that.
NPC and she's not an actual arcanist. Or an arcanist that we can recruit. Maybe not in this update, who knows? We weren't able to recruit Kakanya until like what, 3 updates later.
Hmm?
Mirror. The mirror.
Mr. Stefan, are you coming out for some fresh air?
Maid, you're just in time. I'd like to swap rooms with this Kimberly lady.
If Miss Kimberly and yourself have come to an agreement, then I see no reason why you can't do so.
Timekeeper?
Have we met?
Vertin?
That's me. Do I know you, sir?
I saw you in the newspaper. The newspaper, that vacuum bomb. Did you see the explosion? You must have, because you made it happen. You dropped the bomb, you murderers. But have any of you been brought to justice? No, not a single one. Instead, you were congratulated and given medals. Revolting. Disgusting. Why were you rewarded for murder? Meanwhile, I'm stuck in this hotel. Lord, is this what my life has come to?
He's Xeno,
we've
right?
never
He
met
looks like he's
before.
Xeno.
I don't even know your
Also,
name,
why would they
sir.
publicize... God, my name...
Of course
my
you know
voice.
me.
Publicize
I'll
Vertin's
get the
name in the
truth
newspaper
out.
about bombing
I'll
Arcana.
expose your crimes,
It's Arcana,
Philip.
right? Is he talking about the one where they bombed Arcana? I feel like that's the case.
That rotting woman in the tub. That sheep-headed monster. And that...
Yeah,
one
something
inside
funky is
the
going on
mirror.
here.
Sheepheaded, you say? Wait, sir.
Shh, don't startle him. He's totally crazy.
I should have known it was all fake. If they're giving out medals for killing people, then I should have one too. That shiny medal. It should be mine.
Stay back.
Okay, we're back. Finally played out the whole cutscene without the game crashing again. I don't know what's up, but it's the Steam client has just been very unreliable from time to time. Anyhow, is it just this one enemy? Officer Stefan, a Xeno officer on the run. He now resembles a pitiful wretch. What does he do? He enters the drunk status. So crit rate down, damage taken reduction plus 30%. And this will be dispelled if he takes more than 30% damage, 30% max HP worth of damage in one attack. Whatever, these guys are not very challenging at all, honestly. Hello, Stefan.
Do my best.
You've been drinking, haven't you? Time for me to put you down. And to put you down like a dog.
Oh, please. I know how to use it.
I will remember your
This
sacrifice.
one. Would you care to lie down?
This should remove drunk from him, I believe.
Time to
Plus
turn the
30%
page.
max HP. Oh no, it just outright kills him, never mind. You can't be drunk if you're dead, so that's very accurate, I would say. Very good.
Rest.
I'm ever so sorry about all this, Miss Vertin. You've only just arrived, and you've had to deal with so much trouble already.
Oh, it's no trouble. In fact, I'm glad that we came here. That man said he'd seen a sheep-headed monster.
Oh, that. He's quite delusional. Surely you won't take the ramblings of a madman for a fact, will you? He's been peculiar since the day he checked in. He spasms and twitches and pays little attention to his surroundings. It's best not to have a face-to-face conversation with him. Who knows what he'll do next?
Hey, you, maid. Enough chatter. You have a job to do.
Hold on, Kimberly looks very, very familiar.
Arthur, this,
She looks super
Miss
familiar. Where
Argus
is she
lady.
from?
What's next?
Was she from the
What
last
should we
update?
do?
The 1.6 update? Sorry, what am I saying?
Apologies,
1.6?
Miss
2.0?
Kimberly. I'll be
2.0?
with you in a moment.
She looks very familiar.
Could the both of you wait
Super
for me
familiar.
at the front desk? The rooms need a tidy up before they can be occupied. You may take a rest on the couch in the lobby while you wait. Miss Verton, I'm afraid I'll have to leave you here. Do you mind going to your room alone?
Not at all.
Ma'am, you can just leave the room as it is. If you clean it, it'll interfere with my work. You might want to check on that Kimberly lady. She looks starved. She wouldn't stop shaking.
Oh, Miss Kimberly, would you like something to eat?
I'm fine. I agreed to change rooms, didn't I? Why are you two still mocking me? You're not exactly a pleasant person to do business with. You know that, right?
Well, darn. What got you so riled up? It's too late now. A deal's a deal. You can backpedal if you like, but it ain't wise to mess with the girl packing heat down here in Texas. Later, Miss Kimberly.
Her arcane skill.
Well, isn't that a great place to leave off? That does seem like a little bit of a nice cliffhanger. Oh, but I think I will actually continue because it's been really, the episodes have been flying. At least these first few episodes have been quite short, remarkably short. So moving on from THH04 Medal of Honor, we shall then, go on to number 5, where Vertin starts investigating the rooms, I believe, and that is Argus right there. Oh, it looks like Argus has invited Vertin into a room. Oh, that's the bathroom. This is the room, this is the bathroom. Okay. So THH05, a sudden message. In most cases, code is not suitable for human communication. It's human communication. Well, it could be communicating with ghosts. And that would be very appropriate. I mean, maybe they're just taking a dig at the fact that so many, supernatural connections are all like very cryptic. Okay, let's just jump straight into it. THH05.
That man, Stefan, he clearly knows something. But he appears to be rather mentally unstable, and he's hostile towards me. Madam Z cautioned me on this. I must be extra careful when dealing with people like him. Should make sure I have a backup plan in place before proceeding. Still no sign of Lilia. Did she get in trouble? Hello? Hello? Is that Miss Tuesday? Oh, I think I know what this is. That's an R. E. S. P. O. Respond.
Hello? Is this Miss Burton?
Miss Tuesday?
Yes. I have an announcement for you. There's a service outage going on in the area. Some critters nibbled through the cables of a nearby signal tower, but all our internal phone lines are still running well.
I see.
It should be repaired soon since we share the signal tower with that armament factory. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. I'll bring you dinner up later. It's on the house.
There's something I want to ask you. I received a phone call earlier.
Oh, Miss Kimberly was also prank called not long ago. I suppose it's a critter's doing. You know how mischievous they can be. And since they have decent smarts, they can play some pretty nasty tricks.
I don't think that's what made the phone call.
Well, Miss Burton, this is what I understand to be the truth. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm good for now. Thank you. Spiders? Is that an arcane array? The pattern's familiar. I've seen it somewhere before. Yes, I've definitely seen this before. When I was in school.
This is an extremely dangerous array, one that you are prohibited from using. It can go easily beyond the caster's control. We study Arcanum and tame it for our use. But once its power surpasses our limits, it is highly likely that it will lead to our own destruction. I need you all to remember that. It'll be in your next exam.
Burton, are you listening? The instructor just said it'd be in the next exam. If you like, you can check my notes.
Hey, yo, it's Lolly Sonetto. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, what's up, Lolly Sonetto?
Oh, thank you.
Also, Lolly
My mind
voting
was
as
somewhere
well.
else. Why
And
have
they're
they made it a
adorable.
key point of the exam if we can't even use it?
They both look very... The art for the
I
smaller
see.
versions are a lot
They didn't
cuter.
teach us about arrays so that we could use them. They wanted us to be able to identify them so that we could avoid danger. It's highly likely to cause an explosion or other severe consequences if I act too hastily. Lilia still hasn't come back. I must find someone else to help.
Hey, we met back in the hallway, remember? Now it's your turn.
What exactly do you want from me, miss?
Well, it's simple. The person I'm looking for is right here in this motel, and I'm scouring every corner of it to find her. Look, Missy, I don't want to make things hard for you. Name your price, and we can talk.
If this person's gone to such great lengths to avoid you, perhaps she doesn't want to see you at all.
Well, that ain't my concern, is it? A job's a job. Whether it's catching a cheating spouse, tracking someone down, or delivering a letter, it don't make no difference to me.
Very well. But you'll have to look elsewhere, I'm afraid. There's no one but me in this room.
Look, I know what I'm doing. How about you turn around and take a good look around the room?
So you can knock me out as soon as I turn my back to you.
Missy, if that were my plan, I wouldn't have spent all this time talking to you. I much prefer to do my business pleasantly. I don't like to see things get too ugly.
I see.
Fine. If you don't want to turn around, I'll tell you what I see. You've burned your finger there. You should be more careful.
This is...
Don't look like a fire burn to me. What was it? Some arcane energy? Looks like this room has a couple secrets, too. So you touched an arcane array, and its power burned you. How's that for a guess? Pretty close, huh? This is my arcane skill. It allows me to see the traces that people leave behind. That's how I get these jobs, you see. Ain't nothing happening that don't leave a trace. If there ain't no trace, then it never happened. I came to your room to look for evidence, not a person.
I see. You want to know whether the person you're tracking has been here, right?
Now we're talking.
Before I let you investigate the room, I have one more question. You take jobs from people nearby, don't you?
Of course. It's obvious, ain't it? You seem more intrigued by my profession than my peculiar request. You're in trouble, ain't you? Then let me formally introduce myself. The name's Argus. I'm 26, and I have extensive experience as a mercenary.
Let's make a deal. You may search this room all you like, and I won't say a thing. But in return, I'd like your assistance in my own investigation.
How, exactly?
Can you tell when that array on the cupboard was drawn?
Less than 24 hours ago.
In other words, this was left behind by the last guest who stayed in this room.
Can't say for certain.
Nice. So we've reached a deal with Argus. Good old cliche of hiring the mercenary, but I really don't mind. Okay, oh, hello. So this will end Vertin and Argus's side of things, and I believe this will be Lilia and probably someone from Xeno. That kind of looks like he's in a clean suit or a hazmat suit or something. So let me collect my reward. Yeah, so I think this is all for today's episode of Reverse 1999. I think we cleared 4 stages in total. So Fog the Sense, Baby Broadcaster, Medal of Honor, and then a sudden message. So 2 to 5, we cleared it all. And yeah, so next time we come back, we're gonna just jump straight into number 6. It's been almost an hour plus, and let me tell you guys, there have been a few game crashes for whatever weird reason. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Minleaf, YouTube's most skill issue gamer. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Reverse 1999, Route 77, the Haunted Highway. Please stay tuned for the next episode of this event, and also some other episodes of Arcanists will be coming soon. But yeah, for those of you who like Reverse, just keep watching on, and I promise I will deliver. See you all. Bye bye.